Hi there and welcome to this video where tonight I'm going to be looking at the Boss Shot from Flavour Boss. Now the Boss Shot from Flavour Boss is, it's hitting the DIY mixing world by storm, and no wonder. It's a great concept, it's a great product, cost effective, very clean if done correctly, and just to put that into perspective for you, this is going to eventually be a litre of Kanzi. All the concentrates required are already blended and mixed in there. All I'm going to have to do is add some base liquids and some nicotine. But prior to this coming out, I've mixed a lot, and I've mixed a lot for a long time. And I've mixed Kanzi for quite a while since the recipe became available. But, when I was making this, I used to have to get some marshmallow, some cap sweet, some strawberry kiwi, some sweet strawberry, and some sweet watermelon. I would have to syringe each of those bottles, get it accurate, and then add it to the bottle. Now that was very time consuming and tedious. Even searching for it on the internet, all the strange name concentrates and the rare concentrates. So the time this stuff saves is phenomenal. It's grown and beyond recognition. When I first started thinking about Flavour Boss, there was maybe several hundred there. Now near 9,000. As I say, it's a phenomenon and a great product. So, people come on board and ask the question, what do I need? What do I need equipment wise, and what do I need ingredient wise? Ingredient wise, you need some PG, you need some VG, and you need some nicotine if you take some. All you need is a couple of syringes, a funnel, and a jug. And I'll just start right away with showing you what to do. All the instructions are on the side here. Everything you need to know is on the side. No matter what flavour you buy, no matter what size. This is a litre bottle. Flavour Boss do half-litre shots, and it will tell you what you need on there. Kanzi needs 61 millilitres of PG. I vape 3 mg, so that takes 41 millilitres. So what do we do? Now we want to keep this tidy. I've seen videos and I've heard people talk where they're 5 litre jugs going in, there's a big pool and everybody's cleaning up. That wasn't intended for that. That was intended to be clean, quick, so right, we use a jug. I make a lot of these, so I've got 700 ml marked on that. No matter what flavour you're doing, you'll always require 700 ml of VG if you're making a litre Boss Shot. If you're making a half litre Boss Shot, just half that. Right, so we get our VG and we fill it up to the 700 mark. I don't know if you noticed there, but VG, PG and nicotine is very widely available. I use the guys at Loose Mill. Why? The product's very good. They've never ever let me down. They're a friendly bunch. They're an efficient bunch. And there's a phone number that you can contact them. They don't hide behind an email or a messenger. Or you pick up that phone, you can get these guys should there be an issue with your order. But with me, it was me that made the mistake, and I had to phone them up and say, can you fix this for me please? Not a problem. So, I like them. But if you are going to get it elsewhere, just make sure that you're getting pharmaceutical grade VG or PG. And nicotine, just make sure it comes from a reliable source. Now I could have done that a lot faster. I was just taking my time there because I was talking, and as I says, this is clean, you don't make a mess with this. I'm doing this in my lounge. My wife doesn't know, but if she did, that wouldn't be a problem. We don't make a mess. Jug, funnel, bottle, can't go wrong. So next, what does Kanzi ask for? 61 millilitres of PG. Now, we can't get the syringe into this. So what I always do is I have a separate container. I obviously put a lid on that and seal it, but I'm just showing you what I do. So we put this in the container. This is all about keeping it. I've not even got a bit of kitchen roll here because I don't need it. Right, so 61. I'll take my first syringe. There's a 40 mark on that. That says at 40. Put that into our base mix. And we need to draw another 21. You noticing? Not a drop anywhere apart from where it's meant to be. Right? So that's 61 in there. All we've got to do now is add the 41 of nicotine for the 3 milligram that I vape. The people will probably say to you, why are you not just injecting that straight in there? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I'll tell you why, there is a reason. That, I don't want to make a mess of that. If I make a mess of this, it's okay, it's replaceable. But if I put something in there that shouldn't be in there, I can't get it out. And what happened to me once was I was making a zero nicotine mix for my friend, and I accidentally put 3 mg in. But it totally wasted, so I had to order again, I had to wait again. So I've learned my lesson for there. Always make my base mix separate from the Boss shot. So as I says, we've got our VG and our PG. All we've got to do now is add our nicotine. Again, I've got it in a different container. Now be careful with this stuff. This is you don't really want to spill this anywhere or get it on your hands or anything like that. So it's 41 I says. Now there's 41 in there. Into my mix. Never ever cross syringes. Don't cross contaminate. Use a syringe for every different job. So that's that ready. That's that ready. All we have to do is put the funnel in there and add that to that. Some people like making that easy job complicated. Trust me, a jug and a funnel, a couple of syringes, and you won't go wrong. You'll get a perfect mix every time. Flavour Boss didn't bring us this wonderful product for us to make a mess of it our side. Just, you've seen how quick you can do this. And she goes with the rest of it. Again, there's not even a dribble on the bottle. There's nothing. I don't need towels. I'm not running about looking, oh, I've got a big mess to clean up here. Simple, fast, efficient, accurate, and very, 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 very clean. So that's us got a litre of Kanzi, all mixed. You've done your Boss shot. Now the waiting game. So that's all I've got to clean up now. Take that into the kitchen, a jug, a funnel and a couple of syringes I have to clean. So we put the lid back on. Do the shaking thing, but I'm not going to shake it for minutes for the sake of this video, but you just do this for a couple of minutes and then you let it sit to whatever the instructions are. And basically, folks, that is how you make a boss shot cleanly, correctly and accurately. Enjoy it. Now before you go, one more little thing I want to show you. See when you're buying your boss shot or you're buying your nicotine and your VG and PG for loose mill, buy one of these. 25p, that's all they cost. And wait, I'll show you what it does. You do away with this child safety cap. You put this on here. Lovely washer in there to make sure it's sealed. Got a little screw off top, got a little nib in there. That makes sure the whole unit's sealed, so you can do your shaking thing. It's not going to leak from there or there, it's sealed. Then you can do your breathing thing. Oh, wonderful. Kansy. And then, best of all, and what it was intended for is, once it's ready, once you know it's through its steep cycle or whatever, look at that little nib. You can pour that into any size bottle, and you've guessed it, I'm obsessed with cleanliness. You don't spill a drop. Fantastic. 25p either from Flavour Boss. It might even only be 20p for loose mill, so shop around, you might get a bargain. But folks, thanks for watching. But that's a litre of Kansy done in a matter of minutes. There's not a drip anywhere. Enjoy it, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thanks for watching.